The Notre Dame Fighting Irish face off against the Iowa State Cyclones. We're really excited to bring you this matchup. Welcome, everybody. We're here at Hilton Coliseum. I'm Vern Lundquist, here with Bill Raftery and Tracy Wolfson. Give us your take, Bill.
This game features a great matchup at the point guard position. Willis is a fantastic player. He's an outstanding defender in the low post, and he has wonderful fundamental skills down there. Iodella is also a tremendous point guard. His accuracy on the quick jumper is uncanny. He's deadly from out there. Both of them are great competitors. It should be a compelling game to watch.
The tip-off, and we'll get this one started. Passes it to the paint. Takes the shot. Pulled in by Klein. And it's still knotted up 0. Boom is called for the charge, and that's a turnover. He took a licking on that one, but he took his medicine and got the charge.
Love that. He put his body on the line for the team. Onions!
Leads him with the pass. Iodella. What a pass. Skip pass inside.
Notre Dame is going to have to work hard to establish some chemistry, Vern, and quickly. Because this is a young lineup that hasn't played with each other very long.
Leads him in. Bolt. Scores the opening field goal. He's got 2. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Tracy Wolfson. He has some info for us.
Well, just before the game, I talked to the Cyclones coach. He emphasized just how important it is for them to crash the offensive boards and cash in on those second chance opportunities. With their ability to rebound effectively, he wants to make sure they stay active on the offensive glass.
Thank you, Tracy. Dicey pass. Boom. Buries the teardrop layup. And they're up by 4. Bryant passes it up court. Shot clock dwindling. Shot 20 feet out. The Irish will get this one back. Shaw inbounds the ball. Stolen by Klein.
I love to see that. He was lurking around and pounced. Such a thief, Vern.
Boom. Tosses it up. Stewart grabs the rebound inside.
Let him rush that one just a little bit. There was plenty of time on the shot clock, but he got a little over-anxious.
Bounce pass out left. Jean-Pierre. Bryant bounces it to the wing. Not there by Iodella. Still a double-digit game. Right wing. Backs him down. Feeds it to the baseline. Shoots it. Brought in by Radigan.
He's either got to foul hard or don't foul at all. You can't just give up easy three-point plays.
Tacks on the free throw for the three-point play. Shaw inbounds the ball.
You know what kind of defense they're in, don't you, Vern? Minute.
Stewart. Bryant with the shot. Can't put an end to the run. Under 12 minutes left in the half. Usually if he gets any sort of room, he nails it.
If I'm the defense, I don't let him get another chance from there.
For three. Reeled in by Radovich. Connects. Notre Dame takes its first timeout of the game. Jean-Pierre catches it, cross court. Ayatella dumps it off. Pass, right wing. Too strong.
You can't afford to spot the other team any more points now. They're in danger of letting this game be over before the second half.
Misfire on that last point by Boyd. Ayatella gets it, far side. Bryant lobs it down low. The spin move, high post. Passes it to the right. Willis. Dishes to the right side. Knocks down the first one. He's off on the second. Jean-Pierre has it. Right wing. Swing pass. Left wing. Jean-Pierre gets it down low. Turned away.
Get it over there, big fella. You have to protect the lane, and that time they tried to sneak one through him.
The big guy has spoken. Notre puts it up. Misses the jumper. But they're still out in front by 10. Ayatella spins. Both teams are going to shake things up a little bit with some subs. Gets the second to fall as well. Klein inbounds the ball. Notre Dame is a team that can pour it in. For them, it isn't a question of if a run is coming, but a question of when. Bolt pulls it in.
That offensive rebound didn't come to him by accident. He knew right where to be.
Queen. Skips it to the wing. Pass it to the free throw line. Here comes the double team. Montague launches one from beyond the arc. It drops. And they're now down by 5. Under 9 minutes left in the half. Willis feeds it to the high post. Goes up. Nearly had a chance for a three-point play, but he'll go to the line for 2. Shooting 2. Misses the first. Wagner checks in for the first time. Good on number 2. Goodman inbounds the ball.
and knit him in.
Dishes it to the low block. Shaw throws it up, hits it from the low block. But they're still down by 4. About 8.5 minutes left in the half. Willis leads him with the pass. Snatched off the defensive glass by Shaw.
The defense closed so quickly that the easy deuce turned into a very tough shot.
Shaw catches it, right block. Montague gets it to go. They narrow the gap to 2. Klein inbounds the ball. Hooked loose. And it's picked up by Notre Dame.
The intercept. What great reflexes. He pounced in and picked that one off easily.
Swing pass, right wing. Wagner has it, left wing. Perfect shot by Iadele. He's 1 for 2 from downtown. Lanovich didn't sit for long, and he's coming back into the ball game. Nice little crossover. Willis passes to the corner. That last free ball is gained by Ball.
Terrific shot. He just got a little space and hit a long-range bomb.
Down low. Goodman backs in. Montague gets it to full. And we're now all tied up 14. Bolt tosses it up court. Stolen by Wagner. It's stolen by Willis.
He was trying to thread the needle, Vern. There just wasn't enough space for that pass.
Dishes it to the right. Puts it up. The jumper was buried by Baldwin. The Irish will bring some starters back in. Stewart inbounds the ball. Jean-Pierre passes it to the free throw line. Goodman gets it, baseline. That last shot missed from just inside the arc. Right around 6 minutes left in the half.
Good job recognizing the shooter and affecting the shot.
Dish, right wing. Queen gets it, left wing. Bold pass. Lanovich dishes to the right side. Bolt releases. Gets the three-pointer to go. They're in front, 19-14. Left side. Montague backs down, shoots. The offensive rebound corralled by Stewart. Flip up and in on that last layup.
He gets up close and personal and closes the deal.
Leaves no room for error and no room for anybody to do anything about it. Anticipates the pass. It's one-on-one. The D was really waiting for him there.
That's how you do it. Keep the heat on. Wait for the misstep and then capitalize.
They're going to double team him. Passes it to the right side. It was hit by Jean-Pierre. He's got 2. Klein inbounds the ball. Under 5 minutes left in the half. Willis. Bolt dishes it to the top of the key. Stolen away by Wagner to give them the lead. Finishes in close. They got on this roll a while ago and just haven't looked back.
They're going to bring the full court press for it. We'll see if they have the ball handlers to deal with it.
Stolen away.
Oh, the quick hands. Before they even knew what hit them, he made off with that one.
Stewart hands it off. Right wing. Passes to the free throw line. Goodman, the crossover. Montague. Stewart corrals the miss inside.
Nice effort to get the shot off, but the foul threw off his concentration just enough.
He makes the first.
The Notre Dame coach made some changes that could affect their chemistry a little bit. I don't think these guys have played together very often.
Gets the second to fall as well. Klein inbounds the ball. Ladovic has it on the free throw line. And he makes the first. He gets them both. With the crossover, nails the turnaround jumper. They're up by 3. Klein inbounds the ball. Just over 3 minutes left in the half. Christie takes it up, slides in with a soft finger roll. They're now behind by 1. Gets it down low. Short rest. He's going to come away empty from the line. 2:54 left in the first half. Polakovic dishes to the right block. Takes the shot. The 15-footer, no good by Queen.
He can't be happy with that miss. With all the room he had, he's got to make that shot.
Passes to the top of the key. Shaw. Stewart backs in. Ayodele throws it up. Stewart keeps it alive on the offensive end.
The shot was clearly affected by the contact there. Good call. Can't sink the first. Sinks the second. Klein inbounds the ball. 2:20 left in the first half. Knocks it loose. And it's scooped up by Stewart. Such great instincts. He knew exactly where the ball was going.
They're bringing the double team. Dishes left side. Polakovic pulls it in. Still a 2-point lead. Klein gets it on the strike. Polakovic lead pass inside. Knocks down making substitutions. And he'll come away 1 of 2. Releases from 16 feet. Buried by Montague. They're now up by 3. Klein inbounds the ball. 1:23 left in the first half. Swings it to the left wing. Klein. Polakovic has it. High post. That last inside shot, very fresh history. For himself in there. The defense slacked off just a little and paid for it. Pass it to the free throw line. The Cyclones could get 2 for 1 if they hurry. The Cyclones will retain possession. The Cyclones should get a few more starters back into the game. Iowa State calls time. Wren inbounds the ball. The steal by Notre Dame.
Oh, the quick hands. Before they even knew what hit them, he made off with that one.
Catches it, right wing, pulls the trigger, misses the long one, but they're still out in front by 3. First half comes to an end. Score 29-26. Give us your opinion on the first half, Bill.
Both sides look like they're pretty evenly matched, Vern. This could be shaping up to be a real classic.
Now we'll bring you our player of the half. Who's your pick, Bill?
Montague has been just deadly, Vern. The hoop must look 5 feet wide to him right now because it doesn't seem like he's missing anything, inside or out. He's been an offensive force, absolutely on fire.
Tremendous effort from our player of the half. Christie inbounds it to start the second half. Bolt dishes to the top of the key. Top of the key. Bolt throws it up. Misses the tying basket.
Great rebound. The big fella's not afraid to do the dirty work, Vern.
The crossover, there's a whistle. Nails it. Klein inbounds the ball. Intercepted by Iadele. Shoots the turnaround. Oh, net on the shot by Goodman. shooting 50% for the game. Bolt. Latovich has it behind the backboard. Can't sink the first. Good on number 2. Dangerous pass. The steal by Iowa State. The break is on.
Wonderful job of denying the basketball that time. Great pick.
Shaw. Catches it on the free throw line. Knocks down the first one. The second to fall as well. Klein inbounds the ball. Bolt way up court.
Terrific work to absorb the contact, hang in the air, and hit the shot. Pretty, Vern.
Bryant was needed out on the floor and didn't get much of a rest. He completes the three-point play. About 13 and a half minutes left in the second half. Ayodele bounces it to the wing. Shaw takes it up. Great finish in traffic. He's 2 for 3 for the game. Stolen by Jean-Pierre, and that'll be his third steal so far.
I love to see that. He was lurking around, then pounced. Such a thief, Vern.
High post. Feeds it to the wing. Behind the arc. Snaps down inside by Shaw. Klein inbounds the ball. Iowa State has had serious problems with their interior defense. And Tracy has a report from their bench.
The Cyclones coach is definitely aware of that problem. He told his assistants that they have to bring more defenders into the paint, even if it means leaving the perimeter open. Desperate measures here, Vern.
Thanks, Tracy. Jean-Pierre. Dishes it to the stripe. Ayodele lets it go. On the mark from 17 feet out. And they're now up by 10. Latovich gets it on the low block. That last 12-footer is off the mark. The last layup is dropped in quite crispy. Right around 12 minutes left in the second half.
What a nice soft touch. Smooth as silk, Vern.
Can't convert, but he'll go to the line for 2. The first, the Queen got a quick breather, but they need him back on the floor. gets them both. Klein inbounds the ball. Dishes, right wing. Willis. Bolt passes it to the high post. Low block. About 11 and a half minutes left in the second half. Goes up. Nice job on the assist by Iadele. They're ahead, 47-34. Queen takes it up. He gets hammered. We'll head to the strike. Shooting 2. And he makes the first. Gets the second to fall as well. Goodman inbounds the ball. Bryant brings it up court.
There's no question what kind of defense they're in, Vern. Minimum.
Shaw swings it to the wing. Iadele has it. Left wing. Jean-Pierre bounces it to the baseline. Tosses it up. The 18-footer on the money by Iadele. 10 points, and he's his team's leading scorer. Anticipates the pass.
The intercept. What great reflexes. He pounced in and picked that one off easily.
Right wing. Dishes it to the free throw line. Iadele. He just rose up and made it.
That silky smooth release does him well from that distance.
Queen dumps it off. Stolen by Notre Dame. Just over 10 minutes left in the second half. Bryant goes up. Nice dish by Iadele. He's got 4. Feeds it to the top of the key. Bolt gets it. High post. Klein off the backboard and in. But they're still behind by 15. Jean-Pierre inbounds the ball. Passes. Perimeter. Iadele catches it. Right wing. Jean-Pierre passes to the high post. Dishes to the right. Tip, but it's recovered by Notre Dame. Called down inside by Christie. He'll make that one most of the time.
Well, the D got a break on that one.
Klein. Willis has it. Right wing. With the shot. The three was off target by Klein. With nobody around, he still couldn't convert.
Sometimes you can be too wide open.
Leads him in. The steal. Leads him with the pass. Willis goes up. Almost a three-point opportunity. Instead, he'll go to the line for 2. 14 foul. Shooting 2. He makes the first. Both teams are making a few lineup changes. He's off on the second. About 8.5 minutes left in the second half. Montague. Ayodele dumps it to the middle. Wren inbounds the ball. Louts passes it back to the inside. Can't cash in the open shot. The Irish with a lot of momentum.
Unattractive miss right there. There wasn't a defender in sight.
Montague catches it, baseline. Swing pass, right wing. Millage gets it, right wing. Ayodele passes it to the left wing. Takes it up. Gorgeous pass by Bryant. By 18. Bolt hands it off. Right side. Shoots it. Tickles the 20. 16 points, and he leads all in scoring. Montague from 17 feet out. Willis hauls it in off the glass. It's deflected, and it's picked up by Notre Dame. The D was really waiting for him there.
That's how you do it. Keep the heat on. Wait for the misstep, and then capitalize.
Bold pass. Wren corrals the miss. Finishes with the soft touch. Both teams are going to shake things up a little bit with some subs.
Substitution in the court.
Jean-Pierre inbounds the ball. About 6.5 minutes left in the second half. Dumps it to the inside. That last shot good by Wagner.
He has a great feel for the game and its timing.
He is such an outstanding passer. Wagner catches it, right wing. Jean-Pierre skips it to the stripe, baseline. Millage, 14 feet out. Terrific move. Bounces high, but falls through. They extended to an 18-point lead. Ewing passes it up court. Wren. Swings it far side. Polakovic gets it, left wing. That last shot nailed from three-point line. Jean-Pierre inbounds the ball. It's picked off by Wren.
Such great instincts. He knew exactly where the ball was going.
Nice moving paint on that last shot by Euro. Wagner brings it up the floor.
That's how to finish the hoop, Vern. Take it up strong.
Pass, right side. Leads him in. The lay-in was good by Montague. He's shooting 66% for the game. Polakovic hits it. He's shooting 100% from downtown. Montague dishes to the left wing. Far side. Kicks it out to the wing. Raises up. Fought his way inside, and the offensive rebound by Stewart. Misses, but he'll get 2 shots from the line. He'll take the foul. That defender clearly got some contact as he tried to make the shot.
Yep, that's an open and shut case. He got hit.
It's down the first one. Both teams are going to make some substitutions. Gets them both. Both teams will make some substitutions. Both teams are making a few lineup changes. Klein inbounds the ball. From 18 feet away, Shaw pulls it down. Just over 4 minutes left in the second half.
The D knows he can make that shot unchecked, and he did a good job staying with him on the play.
The last basket was made by Bryant. He is so smooth taking it in.
When a guy goes that hard to the hole, somebody's got to step in and stop him.
Latovich. Passes to the left wing. Dish outright. Klein unloads. Latovich muscles in and snags the offensive rebound. He's 4 for 7 for the game. Takes it up. Snatched down by Christie. Fuller tosses it up court.
Shooting 2.
Knocks down the first one. Willis is back in the game after a short rest. And he'll come away 1 of 2. About 3.5 minutes left in the second half. Bryant. Jean-Pierre fires. Christie has it, and that's his 6th rebound of the game. Latovich dumps it off. He got it up there, but it just wouldn't fall.
With a little more touch, it might have.
Puts it up. The three was drained by Willis. They got on this roll a while ago and just haven't looked back. Dyson pass. Spike down.
Get it out of there, big fella. You have to protect the lane, and that time they tried to sneak one through on him.
The big guy has spoken. Leads him in, and it's gathered up by Iadella. It's one-on-one. Goes up.
Not a good entry pass for him. You just can't force it in there.
And they're now out in front by 12. Has it in the paint. Klein releases. It falls short. Bryant brings it up the floor. Iadella bounces it to the right wing. To the stripe. Beats it to the elbow. Iadella swishes it through. They lead 71-57. Klein inbounds the ball. Another rip. Leads him with the pass. Last shot laid in by Iadella.
Barring a complete disaster, I think they're ready to put this one in the bank.
Willis. Dishes down low. Layup is dropped in by Klein.
That's a pretty layup. He took it straight to the big fella, and it didn't bother him one bit.
Bryant gets it. Left wing. Last shot was buried for 3. Now's the time typically when the coach empties his bench.
Well, there's no time to wear your starters out at this point or risk injury.
Dumps it to the paint. Stewart. Here comes the double team. Has it. Outright. It's blocked.
Get it out of there, big fella. You have to protect the lane, and that time they tried to sneak one through on him.
The big guy has spoken. Nice touch on that last 3 by Bolt. Jean-Pierre inbounds the ball. He's doubled up. Iadella passes it to the right wing. To the stripe. Dumps it to the middle. first. He's off on the second. Shoots it. Gets it to go. And he's got a chance to add one more.
He needs to make sure he gets a piece of the ball, too, if he's going to foul him that late on an attempt.
Good for the three-point play. Klein inbounds the ball.
I don't think they can come back. There's too far to climb in too short a time.
Willis takes a three. Christie rips down the offensive rebound. That last shot was dunked down.
There you go. Clean up after the rebound and make sure there isn't another one.
Some outstanding physical play out there tonight. Bryant skips it inside. Stewart hits the jumper. That's the game. The Irish beat Iowa State 82-64. Now we'll bring you our player of the game. Now let's go to Greg Gumbel back in the studio for today's Pontiac game-changing performance.
Hi, and welcome everyone to the 2K Sports Studios. I'm Greg Gumbel, and we're going to bring you our Pontiac game-changing performance.
A big momentum swing was a considerable factor in the outcome of this contest. The Fighting Irish of Notre Dame never lost track of their game plan in this contest. This shot started them off on a long run, and their opponent never recovered.
Okay, thanks, Greg. This is Vern Lundquist for Tracy Wolfson and Bill Raftery. Glad you were here with us for College Hoops 2K8.